Aloha. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been a while since I've been on, and I have a confession to make. I don't know if you guys have ever felt this way, but I just went through a really rough time and I felt like quitting, and I wanted to know if you guys felt that way. I think everything just happened at once and my world just kind of collided. We moved across the country from San Diego to DC and went from knowing practically everyone there to knowing no one here. And I went through a rough time in my business. I learned a lot. I outsourced something very important, and the company that I outsourced it to, they had some internal difficulties with just growing pains, and someone's relative passed away, and my project was a disaster for a long time. And it majorly took a toll on me, and I was losing lots of money quickly, and I felt like, okay, I've got to quit. But I didn't quit, and I'm still here. And it was just really raw, the feelings. And I'm actually going to go on Kate's Take podcast. If you know who Kate Erickson is, she is amazing. Kate Erickson of EO Fire. And she has this podcast where it's all about the behind the scenes stuff that entrepreneurs are doing and going through. And so I'm going to jump on and share with her audience my experience. So I'll let you know when that goes live. So I'll kind of dig into this story even deeper for you. And I know she's going to pull out a lot of ugly stuff from me. I do have some positive things going on. So there's quite a few events coming up. First of all, big thing that happened yesterday that finally came to my door. Hey, it's this guy. You remember me talking about Kevin Harrington and how I had a chapter in his book called Put a Shark in Your Tank? Well, it's live. You can buy it on Amazon, and you can get a copy from me too. I am chapter 9, so let's go to page 53 here. And let's see, can you see that? There we go. I'm going to hide my face a little bit. So from perfect pitch to product development, you have the funding. Now get ready for the work. That might actually be backwards since I'm broadcasting, but that's what it says. So if you'd like a copy of this, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to think of a fun little challenge to give away a copy. So stay tuned for that. So speaking of events, we've got a few coming up, like I mentioned. So the first one is, let's see, May 1st through the 3rd out in San Diego. So it's my friend Joe Hage's 10X Medical Devices Conference. That's an awesome conference if you haven't been. You can save $30 off your registration fee with promo code IMUA. That's IMUA. And the details are at medicaldeviceevents.com. The other events here, I'm going to show this on the screen. Good. That looks like it's popping up for you guys. So I've got a few things. May 11th here in Rockville, Maryland. I'm having a medtech, biotech, life science, IVD, med device, whatever you want to call it, a networking night for startup companies. So if you're part of a startup, if you want to be part of a startup, if you're thinking about starting a company, if you work with startup companies, or even if you're just interested in this stuff and you want to meet people, we'd love to have you there. It's at Launch Workplaces, and you can find the events. That's why I showed you this link, because you can head over to that link and find out the details. And I've got some more in the works. I'm going to be down in North Carolina in May, so I'm finalizing an event there. I've got an event coming up in June in Minneapolis, so there's lots of ways to meet up with me in person. And here's another link, actually. I'm going to do another one. Oh, man, I actually don't know what that link is, but if you search this. Okay, so if you search MedTech and Biotech on Facebook, we have a MedTech and Biotech startups group on Facebook. So you got to check that out. Yeah, like I said, lots of information headed your way. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be just feeling better mentally and getting back to my regular outgoing self that likes to do videos. So, oh, one more thing. Speaking of video. So I promised you like a month ago, I know it was a while ago, that we're going to do a live podcast session where you can ask me questions. So that's really exciting. It's going to be on, I should have written this down, May 11th. So it's going to be on May 9th. That's when the podcast will go live. So let's do this. Let's do the live Q&A video session on May 8th. And I will keep you posted on that. Just mark down May 8th and I'll blast it out. I'll keep reminding you guys. But any questions you have, let me know. And I'll put a post specifically for that. I'll say, hey, live podcast, May 8th, leave your questions here. And you have to go to the AMUA Services Facebook page. You'll see that post. You'll be able to post your questions. That way, if you can't make it to the live streaming version, I will already know what questions you want or you want answered because you posted them. And then that way, these video posts don't go away. You know, they're archived so you can see them later. And I'll definitely be advertising, hey, we did this. Go see it here if you missed it. So that's the news today. If you have any other questions or any comments or any other fun ideas like this, if this sounds exciting, but you're like, hey, Megan, why don't you do it this way? Or what about doing this? Let me know. All right. Have a great rest of your Sunday and aloha.